future of District 9 is back to give us a movie pretty similar to District 9. I'm not gonna lie, man. Elysium is Neil Blomkamp's follow-up to District 9, and I really like District 9. I think it was a fantastic movie when it came out. I watched it a few days ago, and I still think it's really good. So, the story of Elysium, it takes place in the year 2154, and in this time period, Earth has become diseased and overpopulated. So, as a result of that, the rich people, or the privileged people, as they say in the trailer, they live on this column that's orbiting the Earth called Elysium, which is this like little space station or whatever. And Matt Damon plays this guy named Max, and Max is a guy that that dreams of going to Elysium ever since he was a kid. And through a series of unfortunate events, he's forced to go to Elysium. So he and a bunch of his friends rally together, and they say, "We're gonna break into Elysium so I can save my life." That's really what the whole gist of the movie is. There's a lot more I could tell you about it, but I ain't gonna spoil it. So yeah, I went to Elysium with pretty high expectations. I mean, I wasn't expecting District 9 over again, you know what I mean? I mean, it's not District 9 2 or anything like that. I was expecting something different, but I was expecting something that would just wow me like District 9 did. And while I did like Elysium, I really did like it, I wasn't wowed by it the same way I was with District 9. And I think the problem with that is the fact that with District 9, I didn't see any of it coming. I remember watching the trailers and following the marketing ad and so forth, and I was just like, I think I got a sense of it. And when I saw the movie, I was completely blown away. I was like, whoa, I didn't see that coming. And with Elysium, I kind of felt like I was just like, oh, I expected that to happen, or I expected that to happen, you know what I mean? But that still doesn't mean it's a bad movie. It just wasn't as good as District 9 in my opinion. But the performances in this movie are fantastic. You know what I mean? Like Matt Damon plays Max, and he was fantastic. I really loved how sarcastic he was, and just how you could really relate to him. You know what I mean? And Jodie Foster was pretty good in the movie. A lot of people say she was miscast, but I kind of felt like, you know, she did an okay job, you know what I mean? And Charlton Copley, who plays one of the villains in this movie named Kruger, that dude is a star right there. He's fantastic. He's evil. He's menacing. He's crazy and out of his mind. You know what I mean? He's pretty good. And the action is good. You know, it reminded me of Halo in many ways. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it wasn't like in that video game type of way. You know what I mean? And I love that, like District 9, it deals with, you know, the social issues that we're facing today. Like in District 9, you know, the social issue was racism, and this one, Elysium, the social issue is immigration. And you know, they do it in a pretty good way. It gets a little preachy sometimes. It sometimes does get crammed down your throat. But besides that, Elysium is still a pretty good movie. I really liked it. I will buy it. But I will admit though that it's not as good as District 9, but still a good time. So yeah, I'm gonna give Elysium a B+, man. And yeah, I suggest you check it out. Don't bring the kids at home. Don't take I'm losing my mind, man. It's 2:00 in the morning. Sorry about that, but just don't take your kids to see this movie, because it's rated R, and for good reason. Because the violence will just made me scream, "Holy shit!" And I saw Kick-Ass 2 a few hours prior to seeing Elysium, and I thought that was violent. So. Yeah, if you got a weak stomach, I'd say pass on it. But if you're someone who can suck it up and just enjoy the movie and have a good time, then yeah, say go for it. So what do you prefer more, District 9 or Elysium? And what do you think of Elysium? So whatever you think, just comment below, let me know, subscribe, and yeah.